Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Got a full house. It's been a little while since we were on here, but we're all here. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. We got all these gentlemen from the exclusive tokens that we're gonna be launching. So the plan right now is we're going to try to keep it for an hour. I know we always say it, and sometimes it goes long, and if it does, that's probably okay too. But we got a lot of stuff to cover, so we want to try and get through it as quick as possible. So we'll start out, kind of do a quick little update on some Saitama stuff, and then we're gonna ask some questions to these guys and let them give you a little bit of inside detail on what their project is, how it kind of benefits Saitama, part of the ecosystem, and what to expect and all these good things moving forward. So without further ado, we got some slides prepped for you guys. We'll kind of run through some of this stuff. We won't go into too much detail, but we do want to cover just a couple quick things. And again, we'll be reconvening, doing more as we come. And of course, we'll be sharing as much information with you guys on the run as we normally do. We will all 5 of us be in Dubai next week for most of the week. The expo, I believe, is on Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, we got a whole bunch of stuff to do while we're there. So I myself will be there for an entire week. And I think the rest of the guys will be too. So we'll kind of jump into it. And we'll kind of just cover some of the stuff briefly, just to give you an overview. Some of it's kind of a recap. The Balloon Fiesta marketing, as you guys know, in Albuquerque coming up. It's a big event down there, expected to be, watched, viewed, and spectated by millions. We got the Saitama logo going to be repping out there for everyone. It's also next week. So we, as developers, won't be there. Obviously, we'll be in Dubai, but a lot of people from the community and, some moderators and things like that will be representing us there and handing out stuff and spreading the gospel, right? So with that, we have the balloon NFT raffles that we kind of talked about. We're doing the prize giveaway equivalent to $5,000. It's like $3,000 and then $2,000. Right, Aaron? Is that the breakdown on that? See? No? Yeah.
Yes. It's 3,000. First prize, second and third is 1,000 each.
Cool. So we got those NFTs available still for you guys. It's just a way for y'all to kind of help us out and continue some of the marketing campaigns that we're running, help cover, some of the expenses that go along with that. Cheap marketing is not good, and good marketing costs a lot. So it helps us to kind of cover some of those costs, and you get a chance to win money, which is awesome. So the Crypto Expo in Dubai, October 5th and 6th next week. Except we'll all be there. So if you guys are in Dubai or if you want to attend, we got a big ass booth there. We're going to be, of course, representing both days and, spreading the word of Saitama, SaitaPro. I'll be up there. I got a couple of spots lined out to kind of talk, do an overview, do my normal spiel, promote, and to gather more holders, create partnerships, create opportunity, right? So that's a lot of it that also comes with the expo, is to meet people, shake hands, create opportunities, create partnerships, and just really inform people about what we're trying to do, part of our ecosystem, what to expect, and really what we're looking forward to do is also doing a lot of the back-end business stuff that we plan on attending and doing while we're there. So I'm looking forward to it. Not looking forward to the flight, but I am looking forward to the trip. So we'll be talking about the SaitaRealty plan. We got coming up with that. ePayMe updates, partnerships with LuckyRoo, SaitaPro, exclusive partners. So we'll kind of roll into each one, talk about it a little bit more, and go from there. So the meeting of SaitaPro, the exclusive partners. MK, you want to touch on that? We'll kind of bounce around a little bit until we get this done.
Yeah. So a few things I want to start with, and the most important thing right now is everybody going what happened with LuckyRoo. And after getting a lot of input, it was coming like, SaitaPro was delayed, DApps was delayed, Web3 is not there. It was informed and it was there from last month. And yeah, the delay was, I think they know where it was. I don't want to say it, but not from our end. So I think it's always good for the community to know. SaitaPro was even actually offered them to launch last month when we talked. They said we'll do it next month. We were waiting for it. And that's it. Now, whatever they announced, we were not aware. And this was a shocker, but this is what it is. And yeah, few people think short way and a lot of people think for future. So yeah, we stand for the people who stand for future. So anyway, right now we have a motion team, we have MaziMatic team, we have our SolidBlock, and Russ is our SaitaRealty. So let's start with who? I think we should go with SaitaRealty first.
What's that? I think we had a couple more things we want to cover first. Let's go to the next few slides and kind of roll into it. So SaitaRealty, it's realty, but we're going to give you a break. Okay, I mean, it is almost like a reality show sometimes, but
I know.
So I do want to talk about the SaitaRealty just kind of real quick. But there was seems like there's always a little bit of division there, right? Like SaitaRealty and Saitama, like you can't have one without the other, right? You really can't. Saitama is the parent company. SaitaRealty is just an appendage of that. It's a great project and it's an initiative and it'll be great for what it does, and it builds out our ecosystem, and the two complement each other very well. But it's not a division of interest. It's not a conflict of interest of any kind. There should be no division whatsoever. Like I said, you can't have one without the other. And now that we get into the buyback burn initiative that we created, that I'll also touch on too, because I know that there was a transaction on there some questions, right? Okay, well, you took X amount of Ethereum out of the Capital wallet and bought Saitama and sent it to the burn wallet, right? Because we're taking as part of this initiative as well with the other partner and exclusive tokens we have on here to be able to help the Saitama project, help stabilize the price, do lots of things, implement the hyperburn mechanism. How we do that is take the 1%, because as you know, the Capital wallet is 5%, taking 1% of that 5% and buying Saitama and sending it to the burn wallet. So 1% is not actually 1%, it's equivalent to 20%. 5 divided by 1 is 20. So that's where you get that transaction. But it's actually, it's all calculated out. So if you guys do the math, it does equate to 20%. It's actually a little bit less because we're not getting full Ethereum on that 5%. We do get a little bit of the native token as well. So that kind of breaks down a little bit. We have a huge thing, I will say, that we're working on for the expo for SaitaRealty specifically. Gabe and his team are putting some really cool stuff together that we're going to be doing at the expo. So for those of you that are there, we'll be able to kind of see it. And of course, we'll be marketing it extensively and doing some real cool stuff while we're in Dubai. And of course, we're going to be meeting with land developers and all that stuff for the actual premise of the token, which is to create and establish that real world use and the kind of bridge between the Web3 and physical assets. So we have that we're going to be doing as well as some other things that we'll kind of get into. And Gabe made me promise that I wouldn't talk about it too much. That being the case too, we also have a centralized exchange listing coming up for SaitaRealty that will be live actually prior to next week to the expo. So that'll be cool too. So we'll get some solid volume and price action for SaitaRealty while we're promoting it during the expo, which is going to be nice too. So, and again, not because there's any division, we have plans for Saitama for centralized exchange listings as well. They're kind of looking at a few different things and of course waiting for the market. We don't want a huge pump followed by a huge dump. It's not very conducive to company growth, right? We see what happens when these things happen and we want to avoid it. But yeah, so we'll kind of go into that a little bit more a little bit later on, but it's not something that we forgot about. I'm just trying to make it clear that there is no division there whatsoever. It's all structured how it should be. So yeah, so we got some expo stuff for that, and we'll talk about it more. I don't want to take too much time on that, but there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up next week that we'll be sharing with you guys when we're in Dubai. Lots of stuff. We may not do an AMA, but we'll be on and offline. Maybe we'll do a quick video or something. I'm sure we'll think of something cool. So we'll give you guys some updates next week when we're in Dubai. Next one. Who's controlling this thing? There. All right, so we're gonna go right into it. We'll start off with MaziMatic. I'm gonna let these guys kind of talk about it and let them kind of really explain what it is, what it's supposed to do, how it's going to affect, Saitama. Really give you guys just a brief overview. We maybe do something a little bit more exclusive as time comes, but I want to allow this platform to have these guys kind of break it down for you a little bit. So without further ado, representatives from the MaziMatic token will kind of break it down for you guys.
Hey, thanks, Russ, for the mic. Hey, guys, everyone. As you know, MaziMatic is again the world's first multi-entertainment metaverse platform that we are bringing in. It's a mixed reality metaverse with multiple metaverses inside it, like casinoverse, partyverse, adventureverse, influencerverse, and the trading floor. The best part is it's a mixed reality metaverse. So the metaverse actually has the human touch to it, and it's not totally AI based, so that's the best part of it. And the newest addition to it is that we are the only metaverse in the ecosystem, so that's also gonna add a pretty much of a value to the Saitama ecosystem that we're building. Before I take to the next pointers where we discuss on what we are going to be doing, the first and the foremost what we are giving to the Saitama ecosystem is the two things. One, that we've already announced it in terms of the NFT sales. So the NFT sales that we will be concluding, we will donate. We will allocate 2% of the entire NFT sales towards the buyback burn for Saitama, and that's going to be that's going to happen once we conclude the NFT sales. So there have been questions about it. Yes, once we conclude the NFT sales, we definitely gonna be doing the 2% buyback and burn, which was the a definite gesture from the entire community accepted very well. Apart from it, what we've also kind of come to a conclusion is that we're gonna have a Saita club inside the metaverse. You guys have already seen the gameplay video on YouTube. So inside the casino, we're gonna have a Saita club, and a portion of the earnings of the Saita club will also be allocated towards the buyback and burn mechanism for Saitama. So that's something that we've come to a new as a new conclusion on the buyback burn from our side, which is gonna run over a period of time. But yes, the Saita club's earnings are going to be allocated towards the buyback and burn. Apart from it, yes, I think in terms of partnerships, we've officially collaborated with Polygon Network. I think it's the sixth largest cryptocurrency right now in the world, with $6 billion market cap, and so I think that's a major trust stamp for us in terms of how the other tokens are looking at us. Definitely, that took a lot of time, but I think we've been there. Saitama, definitely, it's our flagship partner, so no things to hide there. And then apart from it, yeah, we are in talks with a couple of more communities to get more communities to the casinos, to the other metaverses, to increase the hype. So that's the target. The major thing that's coming up, a very simple roadmap: NFTs. We come out with the NFTs. We already did the flash sale of for 26 hours, and all the categories were sold out, I think. And the next flash sale is expected very soon. And as you know, you've seen the NFT flash sale. For the first time ever, we've introduced a new mechanism, which is buy now, pay later for NFTs, where the users will be able to reserve the NFT by paying a down payment of just 20% of the total NFT value, and then the rest of the payments can be paid in two installments of 40% each. So that's the first time this feature has been included in the I can say in the NFT ecosystem. And we do have a referral program that comes up, where you refer success on every successful referral. So there's a 10% success ratio fee that is passed on. So that's more on the MaziMatic NFTs. These MaziMatic NFTs again are having a direct utility in the ecosystem. So in the metaverse ecosystem, and the future Saita metaverse also that we're gonna have. So we make sure that this also is integrated into that. So yeah, I think that's more about MaziMatic. Really excited about it, and we from our perspective, our development is already at a stage of almost around 75% completed, and we are working on the last set of integrations and testings, and the target is to release the beta as early as possible. So yeah, I think that's more of that's more of MaziMatic, what is all about. Yeah, I think and anything comes up, we'll definitely keep the community updated.
Are all the NFTs sold out? Somebody was asking if they were sold out or not.
No, so the first set of NFTs that we had released only for the Saitama community, and the art, our first flash sale, yes, those have been sold out. The rest of the lot is going to come in the second part, which is going to be a concurrent sale, and that's where the buy now pay later and all the other features are also getting enabled.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. And again, we'll do a lot more exclusive kind of talks, AMAs, things like that as we get a little bit closer to the launch and all those good things. Do you guys have an anticipation for that? Do you know what you're looking at as far as when you're ready to go? Do you guys have
in terms of
window and time, or
I mean, yes, there is a plan on the roadmap, but in terms of launch, what our target is to ensure that we have a sizable impact in terms of the market, in terms of a good crypto winter that passes on, and then probably immediately get the token out. That's the target right now.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's really important, as you mentioned, like market conditions and things like that. Like I don't feel like a lot of people really truly understand what that means and how important it really is when you start to push a product out, or establish a product, or launch a project or company. It's all very relative on fear index. It's very relative to market conditions. It's very relative to the global economic macroeconomics. Like it's all tied together. I know that sometimes we get a little bit overzealous and so conflicted in how that works, but crypto is not any different than any other economic appendage, right? We rely solely on that and what the money does, not the crypto money, but the real money that we use to buy, trade, and sell. So,
exactly.
So you want to time it, right? It has to be very strategic. Everything is strategic. I mean, everything that we do as Saitama, as the company, is strategic, and we would expect all the same as well. It has to be. It's got to be that way. Especially as you guys know, in creating this massive project, you want to make sure it's done properly and it's released at the right time. It's no sense in putting something out at the wrong time and then all your hard work and effort kind of pitters out, right? You want to maximize that as much as possible. So awesome, man.
Exactly.
I appreciate
And also, Russ, I want to touch about ePay also. And that's one of the massive utilities we have at Saitama, and in terms of the current DEXs, largest of the largest market cap decentralized platforms. They don't have a solution that is in-house in terms of fiat on ramping for them. And so I think I can proudly say that Saitama, the ePay integration with Saitama is something right now we are having only Saitama, but as the project owner on the ePay side, I can definitely say that ePay has huge plans to do with Saitama, and in terms of having new coins to be listed, and providing the platform to purchase other coins that are that can be directly purchased using ePay. We've already activated US and Canada very recently, and I think we've seen a success ratio on that as well. People have asked us for enabling a non-3DS card. 3DS is basically one-time passwords card. We are working on it, and I think with the European license coming up for ePay, the license is out, and the setup, the entire infrastructure setup should be coming up soon. So as soon as the infrastructure setup is live, I think from there we'll have a much more feasibility in terms of US and Canada accepting driver's license for the US residents and US citizens instead of the mandatory passport right now. So I think ePay has a very bright future in terms of the roadmap that we have for ePay is to power on-ramping, off-ramping for a decentralized platform. I was just in a space before this AMA sometime back, and all I can see is that for ePay, and I can see a massive utility adoption in terms of ePay. So I think from that perspective, ePay is going to look very solid. And we do have plans of, I can say plans, we've already started working on it. The tech team has started working on having a centralized exchange for ePay as well. So that's on the roadmap as well.
Awesome, I appreciate it. Yeah, and someone was asking about the driver's license, but you had already touched on it, that you guys are looking to integrate the driver's license for the KYC. But I wanted to just briefly, as we're kind of talking about, yeah, ePay is a massive benefit, right, for the state of
Definitely.
Pro and for all the products and product have on there and that we're affiliated with. So just to give you guys kind of an idea, as we were having just a little internal weekly meeting this morning, somebody had brought up that we have, we're at roughly 200,000 in total volume, daily volume on SaitaPro app. So in retrospective, if you look at Uniswap and the primary decentralized platform that Saitama is launched on, most days we do less than right now in this terrible market, we do less than 200,000 per day or around there. Or I think even today it's just barely over 200,000. So if we're doing 200,000 volume on SaitaPro, right? Like that's huge because it creates a massive initiative and kind of entices other projects to come exclusively on SaitaPro, vice other decentralized platforms because of multiple things, but ePay being a big part of that, because we can offer that card to crypto payment system, right? Where you don't have to do all this crazy stuff, purchase your Ethereum here, send it 17 places. It's a major move forward. And having it available now, and will be on a global level, the US and Canada and everywhere else, eventually as you're moving forward, it gives us a huge advantage. So when we bring in new users to SaitaPro because of that advantage, or there's exclusive token launches on SaitaPro, you have Saita and the name, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to want to purchase Saitama when you do that. As we add in more parts of the ecosystem and we require people to have at least some Saitama tokens, that's how you really build a solid foundation. That's how you move the token forward. So again, there is no diversification. There is no competition whatsoever. It's about supporting the primary parent company and token, and that is Saitama. That's why we have Saita something, Saitama something. Like it's all based on pushing it back to the origin, and the origin is the Saitama token itself. So Saita Pro, SaitaRealty, Saitama Academy, it's all relative, right? And it's all about building and creating a strong foundation moving forward, and having it essentially be its own blockchain, to where when you think about crypto, you don't think Bitcoin, you don't think about Ethereum. Of course you will, because they're godfathers of it all, but you want people to think, Saitama, where did you get I got it on SaitaPro. Oh, the Saitama token one, the app, right? So that's kind of what we're doing, and ePay is a big part of that. So I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on that. So I appreciate it, guys. Okay, so next on the agenda, SolidBlock. Go ahead, guys. Same thing. So kind of tell everybody what you're all about and what we plan on doing here.
Awesome. Thanks, Russ. Hey guys, my name is Mike. I'm from Team SolidBlock. So it's myself and Manny that we have conceptualized the entire idea, and we are bringing forward to you guys. Just a quick little bit about me. So I have a background in mechanical engineering, IT, and tech, as well as in health and fitness. So kind of everywhere. Now, what SolidBlock is? So SolidBlock is one of the world's first tech companies that's actually spanning not only in the real world utilities with real world use cases, but also in the crypto spheres as well. So we are actually combining both entities together and actually bringing both parts together. So we are in the process of creating a data center which actually focuses on blockchain, metaverse usage applications, fintech, retail, government sectors, telcos, etc. So it's a massive, massive sort of sphere that we are covering. And if you guys are not sure what is a data center is basically a like a warehouse which is actually has a lot of servers, a lot of interconnected networks and internet. So all the apps, all the digital age that we are seeing right now, it's basically running our data center. Without the data center, we wouldn't be actually able to do this YouTube AMA either. So this is sort of mother of all the tech in just coming in one single entity. So what we are also working on is we will have a basically not only the data center, but also we will have a bunch of other utilities which we will be revealing very soon. We are still working on it. So we are a tech company. We already have a registered LLC in USA. Also, we do have the approval to operate in India from the Ministry of Corporate and External Affairs. So we are just in the final stages of actually making it public once we actually have all the relevant documents signed and everything is actually getting done. With our tokenomics, we actually have a 3 year lock liquidity. 2% basically goes into the reflection to the holders. 4% actually goes for the marketing and official listing, and 3% will be going behind the construction of data center. Now we have already scouted lands in India, so our team in India is doing this as we speak. So we will be making a future announcement very soon on the land as well. So yes, as we know, the data centers are huge, and without data center, today's tech world, none of the mobile phones, nothing can operate. So you guys can see that what we are bringing in. But what we will be also bringing in is we will be penetrating the Indian market, as you know, is world's fifth biggest GDP market, world's largest democracy, and the second most populated nation in the world, with over 1.3 billion people. So what we will actually try to do is we will be penetrating that market on multiple different ways, multiple different spectrums. Through our connections, we will be partnering with different government entities and helping the government of India with the Digital India, Make in India, and Decade of India initiative to actually bring it to the fruition. So we'll be actively participating in all those government initiatives as well. Um, we will be also able to provide different sectors, not only just fintech, retail, in government, but also the blockchain and metaverse, a safe and secure storage solutions through our data center as well. And our storage services will have very, very competitive prices to guarantee and obtain the attention of blockchain and metaverse developers. For that, we will have an exclusive marketing happening not only in the real world but also on the crypto side as well. So watch out for that, guys. Stay tuned for that, guys. Also, we will be using 1% buy sell fee for Saitama Hyperburn. So we will be giving back to the community as we are Saitama holders as well. And Wolfpack is our family, Saitama is our family. So we want to contribute into the 1% buyback and burn for one whole year. We are also working on a number of real world utilities, which we will be revealed along the way when we reveal our roadmap to SolidBlock alongside our exclusive NFT collection. And the NFT collection will have something very special for the Wolfpack. that's all I will say for now. But what we are planning to do is basically, by doing this, we actually want to show the world not only how to actually get the real world utilities tied with the cryptospheres, but also how DeFi in general can actually help any business reaching to the new heights. And by doing this, we will be also able to bring a lot new investors, more and more eyes on entire Saitama ecosystem from different markets such as India, such as Southeast Asia, as well as South America, etc. So we are very, very pumped to be a part of Saitama family, and we can't wait to actually show all of you guys in our future AMS what we have for you. And obviously, by doing this, it's all under one big umbrella, all under one big family. So yeah, Saita Pro to the moon.
Awesome, man. And you guys see, the more volume, the more marketing, the more tokens that we have on there. We want them all to do well. For one, well, we want everyone to do well, but the purpose is with the buyback and burn mechanism. You see the kind of, and you guys will really kind of see what that looks like once it kicks off and once these guys launch the project, once we bring on more. It's a lot. If you look at the 1%, you base it off pure volume. I mean, you just do the math, right? You just at 1% or 2% or whatever it is, you take that amount and you purchase Saitama and then you send it directly to the burn wallet. Imagine what that's going to do to two things. It's going to boost the price. It's going to stabilize the market cap. It's going to burn the crap out of a ton of tokens. And we're already, a deflationary token. So we're burning already all the time now with the hyperburn mechanism, with these individuals burning these tokens, boosting the price, shrinking down that supply. If you look at how many tokens we've burnt already just since launch of last year, I mean, it's kind of hard to put it into perspective, right? We'll just have to kind of wait and see, but we want the volume. And as soon as the market conditions shift and these guys launch projects on Saita Pro, it's going to be huge. So we'll just ride it out like a roller coaster, and we'll just make it happen. But you're going to see it. It's again, it's all strategic and it's very well planned. So we'll see what that looks like. But just kind of do the math. If you're a numbers person, do the 1% or 2% based on an average daily volume of any token you can think of, and see what that does to the price 6 months, 12 months, and then integrate a burn mechanism into that. Tell me what you come up with. I mean, I've already done it, and I'll let you guys do it. So, all right. So, moving on. Motion token. I like these guys, man. Maybe do push-ups though. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Very good push-ups they were as well, Russ, I have to say. It's pretty impressive.
I knew I would get a lot of negative feedback if I didn't do a proper one.
No, you're looking good. So listen, thanks a lot for having us along tonight. Really, really appreciate it. We're all, the whole team, really, really pumped and psyched to have the opportunity to come along, chat to you, Nam, MK, the whole wolf pack, everybody's listening, be here with the other projects who are going exclusive onto Saita Pro. Absolutely amazing. It just builds onto the whole, energy and vibe that we've got going. Everyone's really excited, and when you're passionate about something and you're really engaged with something, and then you come along and you have an opportunity like this, it's really the cherry on the cake. So, start off. Thank you very much. And looking at SolidBlock, hopefully listening to all of that, we'll be able to get into your data center and we'll have our app running in there, hopefully with any luck. So that's really good. So we've got Raj on the line as well, who's also part of Motion. He's one of the devs, and he's going to give us a quick introduction into our token, and then we will run through a few of the bullet points. Hopefully, wet your taste buds around what we're doing and what we're up to, and hopefully you guys go away and do a bit more research into us and how we're going to help Saitama.
Thanks, John. I hope you can hear me.
Yep.
Good. So thanks a lot, community, and thanks a lot, Ross and other partner tokens. So Motion is a Web3 blockchain project, and we have three main pillars. We have an app, platform, and token, of course. So the mobile app will reward people for staying healthy and in motion. It's a move to earn concept, but we are much, much more than just move to earn. So we don't have just move to earn, but our target market is the decentralized wellness, or what we have code named. By the way, this is our invention. We have named it. It's a DWell, which is decentralized wellness platform. It's not only our own private blockchain, but we'll have good API factory, API exposure, and very easy software development kit for any DE app developer. And the motion token ERC20 will be launched exclusively on Saita Pro, of course, with a supply of 100 billion tokens. We are marketing on all the social media platform and also sponsoring sports events. So you'll see some good news next month when one of the team that we have sponsored, they'll be playing in Europe in T20. Of course, it's not India or Australia big teams, but it's they have their own marketing value. Um, Motion will use 1% of buy sell fee for Saitama Hyperburn. That's our contribution back to this wonderful community. Me and John, we are working aggressively. In fact, you would have seen some recent announcements of our collaboration with one of the New Zealand sports portals. So we are in discussions with them. They can use they once it's allowed, they'll use our blockchain, the Motion cryptocurrency, to give discounts, as well as to you can buy some cricket and football or soccer equipment from them in exchange with Motion token. That's what we are doing, and we are also exclusively working with a couple of insurance companies here. Actually, I was in London yesterday. Lot of good momentum in that area as well. If you would know Vitality, the one which sponsors the England team. So Vitality has a model that if you are in motion or if you work out, then they give discount on your mortgage insurance and other insurance. That is the model that will take and will democratize and commoditize it so much that every insurance broker, every insurance company, be it US, India, Australia, New Zealand, or Europe, they don't have to sponsor any Apple Watches or something. They just have to put, their data. They have to take. They can take data from us rather than they distributing watches to everyone. They'll just say that, okay, you use the Motion app, and then the data of all their subscribers or all their customers, they'll come to Motion blockchain, and from there they can have a single window of truth of what exactly is the physical activity, rather than filling the service and all. This is just one use case. John is working exclusively with some of the sports teams as well, to bring them on board. So a lot of exciting work is being done on the mobile app, as well as the DWell platform as we are speaking. Other thing which we want to share with you is that we are working very, very closely with some of the venture capitalists as well. And once the Motion token is launched, you can see that the interest of people would also increase substantially, because health and longevity they are primary focus that we have. John, anything you want to add, please?
Thanks, Raj. So, some really, really exciting pieces there. And then we've got the on top of all of those things, we've got the mobile app. How are we going to grow as a token? How are we going to grow our holder base? Really, really important question. Something that we're facing into. So when the mobile app launches, we will have that launch maybe before the token launches, perhaps with a challenger mode. So you won't be able to earn crypto necessarily, but you will be able to do challenges and take part and interact with us, with the app, create the engagement there. And then once we've launched the token, we'll be able to put that into our reward model. More details will come out nearer the time, once we've launched. Obviously commercially sensitive at the moment, but this information will be released to you. We think that we've got a really, really nice data model that we've used for that, and it's sustainable, and it will work moving forwards and help drive the token. Now this is really good because we think that this will attract both crypto and non-crypto users. So expanding the base of people who are interested in motion, growing the token value, increasing the number of investors, that'll increase the volume, that will then increase the buyback volume through Saitama. So by growing the token, we think we've got a huge market segment there. We think that we have a really good product. We thoroughly believe in it. The feedback that we've had is good, and we think that is really going to have a nice buyback for Saitama holders moving forward. So we can really give back to the Wolfpack. The support you guys have been giving us really drives us on. So thank you for that. And as Raj says, we're targeting insurance, gym chains, dietitians. We're looking at the whole rounded view of what it means to be involved in the health industry, really, not just move to earn, not just what we're doing in terms of integrating with providers with insurance or gym chains, but looking at the entire piece. Raj, do you have any other points to make?
I just have one closing comment, John, that once the partnership model and the prototype with the insurance company we are talking to, it becomes public, then definitely motion will be on fire. Just that we have NDA going on with the partners. Unlike Sports HQ, we cannot reveal the name or the country of that insurance company. But once that pilot and that prototype is developed, the data starts flowing into our blockchain, and then we create API factory and SDK on top of that. Definitely, sky's the limit after that. We'll truly bring decentralized data and blockchain-based true data, where not only the business but the users will also benefit. And the currency of all this, the medium of exchange for all the dApps which are developed on top of our blockchain would obviously be motion. So you can just expect the prices of motion, and the demand and supply definitely would be something amazing to look at once it starts. The dApp developers and the insurance companies, they start onboarding onto the platform. So thanks a lot, family. Thanks, John.
Awesome, I appreciate it. You guys some great insights. And actually, the insurance industry there for the exercise, fitness, and overall health is a huge industry, actually. So that's a big thing to get into, and it does really integrate and motivate the Web3 blockchain, use case and creating mass adoption. That is one more step we can all benefit, is just kind of getting into every industry possible, creating that link. The more we create that link, the more awareness there is, the more quicker we can get to mass adoption and get underneath, out from underneath this terrible, I don't want to call it, it's just, we have so many different things that we can do with it, and creating, an opportunity to really allow freedom within the economic space is what we want. And I think that, crypto, that's what it's for, and that's what we want it to do. So kudos to you guys. And that's the last that we have for the exclusive tokens on here. What we want to do now is open it up to a few Q&A questions. If you guys have any for these gentlemen here, please bring them up. We'll do some more, I'm sure. So we'll try to keep it relatively quick, as we're already approaching the hour mark. So as you guys see them, if it's regarding your project, feel free to answer away. So we got when is the MaziMatic launching on Saita Pro? I think we already kind of touched on that, so we won't go on that. It'll be soon, right? So we talked about market conditions, and we talked about some other things, but they're at the tail end. So there's a lot of kind of different things that they're looking at. So we don't have an exact date, I don't believe, right? You guys didn't provide
Exactly. No date yet, but the focus is as soon as the NFTs sale is done, we'll start the work on getting out the dates for the token. The contract is ready. It's just to finalize a date and get it out.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and as it gets closer, I'm sure these guys will definitely be updating you guys on that stuff. So anyway, so we'll do a few questions here for these guys. If you have anything for us, again, we'll try to keep it more of these guys.
Yeah, I'll tell them one thing. The iOS update, we had done it 2 weeks back, so we are still waiting for them to approve. And just to touch base on how iOS work, iOS and Android, you apply for the update and nothing you can do it till they tell you it's rejected. Then you reject it with the reason and you change that thing and send it back. So right now they just wrote us an email when we tried to reach them again, and they said, you're in the queue. It's under review. Please wait. So keep patient. Hopefully very soon it will be updated. But there's nothing we can call or chat or anything with iOS. It's ridiculous. You can't do anything.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's they don't give you exact details on what it was that needs to be altered or fixed or any of that, right? It's very kind of generalized. So can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but it'll get pushed out. Was MaziMatic 1 or 2% for the buyback and burn mechanism?
2%. I think in the slides it was 1%. Must be a typo error, but it is 2% of the sales.
There you go, 2%. So based on volume, it's a huge.
No, it's 2% is it's an NFT sale. So whatever the big volume, 2% the whole amount will burn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did see this a couple times. So SaitaRealty staking, what do you got, MK?
Yeah, it's in the book first. I need to get few updates and few things done. Once it's done, I'll start working on the staking of SaitaRealty, and that's a priority.
Yeah. So with the staking and again regarding the SaitaRealty token, the staking mechanism, primarily for the revenue generation. So as we go to Dubai next week, when we start looking at some different ventures, and actually solidifying the real use case to the token and procuring that physical assets, then staking kind of goes simultaneously with that. So we'll definitely have that out and provide some updates for you guys as well. Oh, there you go, Gabe.
Yeah. So, I can tell you is close to finishing line. We had to rewrite the contract and change the way we were doing security on the platform, and it's taking a little bit longer than we expected, but it's close to, like, we're live on testnet. Live on testnet is fine, but we're testing it on testnet right now and adjusting a few things, and the plan is to have it live before the Dubai fair next week, the Expo Dubai.
Awesome. I can't believe it's already next week. I feel like we've been planning this thing for
for so long.
I wish I could just fast forward. I really don't want to be on that plane. It's like I don't know, probably further for you, no, Dave? It's like 36 hours for me or something crazy like that. Oh well. Updates on thing. Good to go. When ePay in Mexico? Here we go. What's up, guys? You want to get some ePay in Mexico?
I think it's already activated, so I don't know. Maybe you should check it out. This is the query that I have received from, and I want to address it also in my DM. So there might be sometimes some cards that do not allow international payments itself, and that's why you might not be able to use that card in your EP account. So there are two ways to sort it out. Either you call your banks and activate international transactions, and that's how it can be activated. Or the second reason is, again, as I told you, the 3D security is not enabled. So you've got to tell your banks to actually enable the option of 3D security. This feature is secured for the users as well as for us, in terms of chargebacks and stuff like that. So I think that is the reason why people are not. But ePay in Mexico is active actually.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. It's constantly ever changing, just like everything else. So things get added, things get adopted. Yeah, so everything's coming. So what I was going to ask it too. It's a good question myself. The BNB Smart Chain, you got an update on that, MK?
BNB Smart Chain, it's already activated. We have a Dogecoin there. Let me see. I'm just trying to farming.
I'm trying to get some of these questions. Most of them are the same. So, and the info. So the centralized exchange, it does come up a lot. It's a partnership and collaboration as we own part of it. There's not a lot that we can do, right? Like we have to make sure that they have everything in place for them before we announce it, before we do anything like that, right? Rebranding and structuring and licensing and all that. It's not as easy as one would think, and it's not on our timetable. So we got to kind of just play it by ear. But it's definitely a thing, right? So sooner the better. Sooner the better. I mean, unless we want to add
and I want to shout out for Slake as well. We forgot that one. Slake has been standing for 1% buy burn, and actually they made me open a new wallet. So they already transferred $600 as a first one because of the poor volume. So yeah, support Slake as well. They're helping the ecosystem of Saitama.
Yeah, and again, like this is just kind of the beginning, and if we can get every token out there, like especially when we get into a real reputable market, and a lot of these projects, because there's a lot of people that are building really cool projects right now that just don't want to launch it yet because it's such terrible market conditions. So as they get closer to wanting to launch, the idea is to create a environment that is safe and suitable to let them launch on the blockchain. So if they come on to Sata Pro for all the obvious, beneficial reasons, and we can get them to initiate that buyback and burn mechanism, it'll be huge for us, right? And that just does a ton of stuff, and we're really excited about it. So good things coming as always. Do you guys have any last minute? Oh, by the ways, anything you want to add to this?
In fact, I would like to add something, which I got few private messages about, the AMA that LuckyRoo had, saying that Sata Pro had, it's our fault, which is not. The 11 months, when you do a contract, it's bilateral, so both parties play their part. We have done ours. We have supported them. We have marketed. Everything is basically good from our side. Now that they're launching on the 20th of October, I will leave that question to the Wolfpack and the community members to decide who is at fault, and cutting the contract without any notice, that was kind of harsh. So, but I wish him the best. That's all I just wanted to say.
There you go. Very humble and kind of you, Aaron.
Not on the kind on my phone, but yeah, very kind here. But yeah,
right.
it's a simple thing. What Aaron said, if it was ready, it could have been launched now, and it's easy to put the blame on somebody who doesn't say. So yeah, it can't be same like before.
Wasn't there a hashtag like that? Hashtag blame Saitama. Hashtag blame Russ.
Bro, it's always.
Oh, I said we blame Nam. He hasn't even said anything. Nam, you gonna defend yourself? Blame Nam. Hashtag blame Nam and his jean jacket. I tell you what, we should do like a charity event and have Nam sign a jean jacket and then auction it. All money goes to charity.
And your blue shirt.
And my blue shirt. I wanted to do it for the as an incentive for the prize for the Balloon Fest NFT thing, but we gotta save that one for a big event. Sign it and put it in a case somewhere, right next to Michael Jackson's, diamond jacket or something like that. So it'll be worth a fortune. So,
All right. And there's another one, quick one for XRP. I saw a few guys asking XRP. We'll do it later. First, we need to finish all the pending things which are there, updates and few more. Once everything done, then we'll start XRP. It's already there. We already decided it will be done. But yeah, with the time.
Ripple Network.
Yeah.
Ripple Network. Anyhow, awesome. So yeah, so we won't be doing. We might do something next week. I don't know. We'll meet up when we're in Dubai, and maybe we'll figure something out. We got a lot of stuff to do. So it's going to be.
Karan and Aman, do you want to say something for the Friday, because a lot of Wolfpack is coming to Dubai?
Yeah, definitely. I think Aman's also going to talk about it. But yes, on the Friday, we have a very cool event that we've planned. It's MaziMatic and Saitama and Ipe event that's going to happen on 7th after the the crypto expo gets over. It's a small get together, where we're going to invite a few people, that potential partners, investors, in terms of the ecosystem that are going to come into at the crypto expo. So we've kind of arranged a small get together here in Dubai. Aman, you want to add something to it?
And moreover, you forgot to invite the Wolfpack. All Wolfpack, especially invited. We'll be sending out official Twitter post for that, and the time and place. So it'll be lovely to seeing you there. I think all team of Saitama should be there in Dubai next week, right?
And I don't know why nobody's asked this, but is there an open bar?
There is.
Hey, there is.
There's open bar, and we have Dubai's open shisha.
Open shisha, open bar. Got it. Gonna be there.
Definitely,
Kick
guys.
me out.
It's last time I think we missed you guys, but this time
I did. Yeah. And they actually they removed the stipulation for the negative COVID test this time. So even if I get COVID, I'm showing up anyways. You guys can't keep me from coming this time. So awesome. All right. Well, cool. I appreciate you guys coming out, man. And we'll do some more exclusive stuff as we get closer to launch. As always, the community coming out, showing support like we always do, keeping the positive vibes out there at all times, educating, being kind to one another. We'll give you guys some updates from the UAE next week, and we look forward to seeing you guys there. So I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, see you guys. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Thanks
Bye-bye.
for having us. Cheers. Bye.
See you guys.